Great news! We've reached the end of this unit, and now is your job to show off all that you know about fractions. This task is called the school garden. I'm going to go through the parts with you. Part 1, preparing the garden. There are 4 third grade classes at Sunny Elementary School. Each class is planting an equal part of the garden they share. Use the rectangles below to show 4 different ways they could divide the garden into equal parts. Label the parts with fractions. So here are your 4 garden spaces, and each one of them need to be divided into 4 different spots for the third grade class to plant their garden. So if you choose to divide up a garden one way, you have to do it a different way for option B, and a different way for option C, and a different way for option D. So none of these should look alike except for the fact that they're all divided into 4 equal parts. Don't forget to label your part with the fraction. Then you're going to choose one of your options. Let's say you really like option C. You're going to explain how that you know you divided it into 4 equal parts. So you know that there are 4 equal parts because, and that's where you write it. You can also use numbers and pictures there. Let's move on to part 2. In this part, the students plant carrots in a row. They plant 1 seed at every 1/8 interval. Divide the line below into 8 equal parts and show where the fractions in the box go. So here's your 1 whole, and you're going to divide this by 8s. Then when you do that, you have to label where 0/8 fall, where 1/8 falls, where 4/8 falls, 7/8, and 8/8. Don't forget to do that second part. Think about your fraction strips when you're working with this problem. Now, this is a very similar problem, except for there are 2 holes because the row is twice as long. So you divide 1 hole into 8, the second hole into 8s, and then you identify where these fall on your number line. Lastly, the garden has 4 different vegetables: carrots, peas, lettuce, and cucumbers. The chart shows the fraction of the garden row used by each vegetable. So carrots use 5/6 of the row, lettuce uses 2/6, peas 2/4, and cucumbers 2/4. And this is the part where you get to decide if it's greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. We've practiced this a lot. So be sure to include reasoning for your answer. Remember, you can always refer back to your fraction strips if you need help with this. Last part, a student said that the fraction of peas 2/4 is the same as 1/2. Is that true? And here's where you explain your thinking in drawings and words. Good luck showing off all that you know about fractions.